You've seen it. It's not the bigger green button, not the small green button. It's like, thank goodness it's not like a red button. It's like imagine like something like a rocket. It's like, oh boy, we'd be like messing up all the time. Oops. Yeah, go on. Once supposed to set that up. Yeah. There's a there's a clip, and I don't remember. It was like from this old cartoon. There was two big red buttons. One launched like a nuke missile, and one got like a launch pad. And the guy's like, "Which button is it?" And they're like, "He's like, this one." Like, "No, no, 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 the other red button." It's the same exact red button. He goes, "What idiot designed this?" Like, good sir.
Or not good accident on that fun.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, but that's how I feel about the clickers sometimes. Like, which one? Like the big green buttons.
Yeah, because I have one of those
Mm-hmm.
so it only has
Hell yeah.
so you can't click.
Yeah. That honestly might have been a little bit better for some people.
But especially this one now where you can like
Mm-hmm.
you can pointers.
Yep.
How are we looking, Jess? We ready to rock? Okay. All right, we're going to have another opportunity here to win a prize before we get started here. So who can, instead of me delivering the entire bad joke, I want to see if anybody can deliver the punchline to this joke. And no repeat winners, Bar family. Why can't you tell a window a good joke? It may
Break.
crack up. Who said that? Who said that? Up, all right. Here's some golf stuff for you that you can use while you're here. All right, here's this trivia. Who can name two golfers who won the U.S. Open at Oakmont? Two of them. All right. Dustin Johnson, J.J. Spawn. Who was the first winner to win the U.S. Open at Oakmont? Ben Hogan. All right. On to more productive information. Why do people hate cleaning windows?
Because it's a pain. Because they're a pain in the glass.
Oh, pain in the glass. I like that. Kevin, good job. All right, welcome back. Hey, just a quick, hopefully helpful thing. If anyone's found Jerry O'Keefe's glasses, seriously, you can't find them, so please help a brother out if you can.
I wasn't at the bar.
So our next next speaker is a Penn State guy who we haven't taken from the state of Iowa, Jim. So, Penn State guy, not from Iowa. Adam Marsh is our next speaker, and he is the president and founder of the consulting firm Ledge. A lot like Chelsea folks, Adam is also from Pennsylvania, and I think we could apply a lot of our conversations that we had with Ray to this next topic of innovating our businesses using AI and how we might be able to apply AI to our manufacturing and business practices. So please welcome from Ledge, Adam Marsh.
All right, thank you. I really appreciate you guys having me in. This has been a really good time. This is a really impressive conference, and I get invited to a lot of these kind of things. This is a really unique one. I will give Chelsea folks a lot of credit. Like, that was very cool last night, and just the setup and sort of the camaraderie in the room is really cool. So, welcome. I have become the AI guy somehow. I did not plan on that in my life, and so I'm an industrial engineer out of Penn State. So I'm a proud Penn Stater. I'm actually missing the IPAC today to be here, and that is the Industrial Advisory Council. And I would much rather be here. This is certainly more interesting than telling my old professors what they didn't teach me. So, all right, so I'm here today to really talk about how AI is already in your building and where you can take it from there. Note, I am not the AI hype guy. I am not up here to tell you we're going to take over your whole company, we're going to be able to lay off half your staff, and we're going to do everything with AI. That is not my intention. I am here to talk about how we can start using it actually today. So think about that from a different perspective. I always like to start with sort of the story on how I got started doing this. As an industrial engineer, I can't help but do this stuff at home. And much to my wife's annoyance, I happen to use AI for everything. And so I would say one thing that my wife and I always have the conversation about is every Saturday before I get sent to the grocery store is what are we having for the week? And this was probably 2 years ago I really started doing this. So what are we having for the week? Let's build a grocery list. Let's waste my 2 hours going to the grocery store. So that Saturday I said, you know what, I'm going to ask Chat what we're having this week. And so ChatGPT built me a list. So it built me that first list, and it built me my menu for the week. Here's all your dinners. I said, okay, well that's interesting. Give me the recipes for all those. Great, now I've got my recipes. Give me my shopping list for that. So now I've got my shopping list. And by the way, I'm going to Sam's Club in Hanover, Pennsylvania. So make sure that when I go, it's in the order of Sam's Club. And now when I go, I can do that. That was 2 years ago. We still do that every week. I don't go to the store anymore. I just take that list and drop it into Sam's or Giant. Now it gets shipped to me. And I like to use that as like setting that stage of the thing that I'm trying to get back with AI is my time. It's not solving every single problem it's solving the easy problems that are time wasters right now. So think of it as not taking the things that you're really good at. Don't try to address the things you're really good at. Instead, let's focus on the things that you're not good at, and let's solve those. Or let's focus on those time solvers that aren't value add that we can take out of the system. Shadow AI. Has anybody heard the word shadow AI? Well, first, I always like to survey the room. Who's using ChatGPT today? Show of hands. All right. Who's using Gemini today? Interesting. So a little more to the ChatGPT. Is there one guy using Grok? Anybody? We got a couple Grok people in the room. Sometimes they get real sarcastic and walk out. But so your engineers are using this whether you want them to or not. And the worry there is if they're using it, are they using it in a safe and secure way? And what departments are they doing it? And I always like to use this as an opportunity to take AI and start to capture knowledge as it goes out the door. So the things that's missing with AI right now is really how are we going to use it within the business to fix, or not to fix our broken systems, but to supplement them. If you have a bad system, AI is just going to make it bad faster. So let's have a good system and let's use AI to supplement it. So we're trying to take our operators, and I know workforce has been the biggest issue among my customers. I serve over 300 manufacturers across the country, and I would suspect that most people in this room, their retiring workforce is one of your biggest concerns. And so you have less people to do more work. So using AI as that supplement. As those people retire, how are we going to get that data out of them? How are we going to make sure we retain that information? And then, do we have data? Are we still running on spreadsheets? Most manufacturers are in spreadsheet hell, I like to say. And so how can we start using AI to take that data and turn it into something that we can start to use across our business? Adoption is accelerating exponentially right now. So the companies that aren't doing it are falling behind. Most folks, we can see about 10% of folks are not using AI at all within their company. They are certainly lagging behind and going to be a problem. We've got about 30% are in that individual, so that people are just using their personal ChatGPT accounts, and that's really scary to me because we're training ChatGPT on all your data. I don't want to train those models on your business data. I want you instead to start using internal resources and making sure you're using the right tools. The next piece is people are in that planning and iteration phase. That's where I see most people are heading to, and that's where you should be today. We don't know the answer to all these tools. We don't know exactly where it's going to go, so let's start getting our feet wet. Let's start getting into it every day. And we've got some folks in that full AI rollout. Don't feel like it's everybody. It's about 15% of the market right now are really using it to do a lot in their business, and those are really the tech firms. So most folks are really just trying to figure out maybe whether there's a place here, we're not there yet. I see this as two things. One, people say, well, we're just going to use ChatGPT, it'll be fine. And they're using it as essentially a glorified search engine. That is not what we're shooting for. I just don't want you to use chat alone. You can use that in your pocket. That's great for everyday things, but that isn't going to give you good results that you're looking for in our manufacturing operations. So think about that for, are inconsistent tasks or unaudible outputs, say a system where we've asked the same question twice and we get two different answers. I've got a problem with that. I can't use that as my good data source. I can't use that to answer questions in my manufacturing floor. Instead, what I want to start using is structured AI, where we're getting repeatable workflows. I can build a system, I can build a prompt, I can point it to a knowledge base, and we're going to get the same answer every time. We validated that. We've made sure that, yes, as leadership, we've said, yes, here's a tool that works for you, and we're going to be able to use it every day. And then it's governed. So we only allow people to use the tools that we allow them to. In the past, they don't want you to use your personal email, so why are we allowing people to use their personal ChatGPT account? Your IT department should really be on top of this to start getting you these tools. I will tell you that is my biggest roadblock to getting any manufacturer into AI right now, has been the IT department. And their answer has either been, we'll just use ChatGPT and I'll buy everybody personal accounts, and that's going to like $30 them a month to death. And we're not connected, we're not in the same system, we can't share things. Or I see them turn on Copilot and that's their answer. Copilot cannot be your answer. It's a nice addition to some Microsoft suite, but until you start seeing what these other tools can do, I can tell you, you're really missing the boat there. We're coming from a different perspective. I am not an IT guy. I'm a manufacturing and industrial engineer. That has come from 20 years of manufacturing and supply chain and data analytics. So we're solving problems differently than we ever have been before. And I give the example, I work for a manufacturer that is moving plants right now. They make seals, and they have 26,000 items in inventory. He has to move his inventory and reslot every one in his new warehouse. I would have done that at my previous job before I started this company in 2012. That was a $150,000 project to reslot and optimize his inventory. I did that for him in 10 hours now using ChatGPT. So think about that change. That doesn't mean that anybody can do it. That means that somebody who has experience, who can ask the right question, who can understand what the inputs and outputs need to get there. So you can't give a toddler a calculator that does calculus and now they do calculus. We're still in that space right now. You still need to have the knowledge to drive the tool. It's just going to make you better and faster at what you do. You have three options as you're heading for this future. And this is sort of the personal side, and then we'll get into where you can go with your business. But on the personal side, you need to think about this for your employees because they need to understand that this is coming. I've never seen a technology move this fast. This has been adopted way faster than the internet. The internet took, I would say about 7 years to get to 100 million users from inception to user base, and ChatGPT took 2 months. So when you look at that, how quickly this is happening, this is sort of a new world. So we have a lot of resistance, and folks are worried about being replaced. Understood. That doesn't mean you can't use it. We have to get them in and we have to get them some experience with it. So if you don't use it, there's a good chance, if you don't start understanding it and start getting into those tools, there's a good chance you are going to be displaced by somebody who does use it. And I will tell you, the kids coming out of school right now, they know it. They've used it to write every paper for the past 3 years. So we're going to be able to use them coming out of school. The next group are ones that are controlled by it. They're the ones who generate AI slop and who decide, who write exactly, and say, here's what I want AI, and here's the answer, and send it away. I do not recommend using AI as your source of truth for everything. You have to be the validator, right? It has to work with you. You can't just hit send on that. When we work with our clients and I deliver an AI tool to them, I always put a human in the loop. If I don't do that, I don't need the human. And I need the human for context. I need the human for emotional intelligence. I need those pieces that the human's going to bring. They're 30 years of experience in the field. So look at where those people could be. The first ones who are going to be displaced are the ones who say, I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to do it my old way. And I've seen manufacturers say, we're too busy for this. We can't get into it. Well, it's going to save them so much time on the back end. They have to use it today. I'm working with one right now, a defense contractor, and they take days to process sort of document packages so they can ship a part. And we could do that in minutes for them, and they can't get out of their own way to be able to do that, right? Because they're so busy, they don't understand that this can be a huge help for them. It's not just a shop floor problem. Engineers are having the same problem. Coders are having the same problem. They need to start testing it, start using it, and that is start using it at home. Start messing with it. The inaction, being passive with this is going to be a huge problem because this is coming to your business. The next group, the ones that are controlled by AI, they're going to use it every day, and they stop thinking. I don't want you to stop thinking. I'm worried about this with our kids because they can ask it, they can get an answer, and they don't know how to validate. That's what schools have to be teaching because we can't have our kids doing this piece. We can't let them get stuck there. It needs to help them. It really looks like it's right all the time. So we'll talk about that bias, that authority bias that comes with it. But if you're just doing that, what is your actual contribution? You'll see this, and you might get those emails that are 10 pages long and have a lot of emojis and weird dashes in them, and that's somebody just got an output out of AI and sent it to you and thought that was a good enough answer. That's not what I'm looking for. That's what people are delivering. We're not paying them for that. I need their brain. I need their experience. The ones that are going to win are the ones that are enhanced by AI. You're going to direct it. You don't defer to it. You push it. It should buy you time to be more human. I had a really good conversation with Nick, who's around, and he's a good talker, yesterday. And when we talked about me doing that meal planning, I'm trying to save time for myself. I save myself 2 hours every weekend by ordering groceries with a list and not thinking about that. That's a huge deal for me and my family. I got 3 kids and life's crazy at home. If I don't have to do that trip, that is one thing that's really critical for me is to get that time back. So let's do that within your business and figure out where we can be good at this, where it can supplement us. Think about the sales guy. Sales is a really easy kind of example for this. I could be the last person and just hit automate my emails and start sending emails out to everybody and hope somebody sends me an email back. We can still do that, but I want you to call them. I want you to read that person. I want you to understand what they're doing. We need the sales guy. You should have more time to do the sales because you shouldn't be spending as much time in your CRM doing the technical side. We should be able to build the AI tools to make that back end way easier for you. So as you look at that, think about these sort of 3 places we can go. So this is when you're, as a professional, where you need to start working. Spend time in it every day. Commit to being an early mover. Download it on your phone and start using it. Leverage whatever the newest model is and start messing around with it. That's how we've grown in this. There are classes out there for it. If somebody is teaching a class and has an update, I've given this talk about 70 times and I've never given the same talk twice because it moves so quickly. So if you have somebody, I just bought a book on AI yesterday just because I'm trying to keep up with it and make sure I understand. And I was laughing because, the book's a couple months old and it's obsolete at this point. And that's a really crazy place to be when you think about how fast it's going. So if you don't adopt and start playing with the tools, you're not going to understand how powerful they can be and be able to take the next step. Once you adapt to that, once you start fitting it into your process, it's not the other way around. I don't expect you to change your whole life to be around AI. I want it to find those steps in the process you can do. Now you can start adapting to it and start using it. Save yourself those times, and then take that last step where you blend it into your workflows within the business. You're going to start being able to be more robust with that. When we take this to your business, I take it as a crawl, walk, run. My first step for any company is to focus on an AI policy. And if your business doesn't have an AI policy today, I'll certainly send out this presentation. They can share it with everybody, and I'll include a sample AI policy. Because you should have something that says, here's what we're allowed to use, and here's the tools that are okay to use. You need to supply those to your people, or they're just going to start telling ChatGPT all about you. And that could be a problem, because they might upload your customer list. They might upload your financials and do some reporting. They might upload your error log, and now ChatGPT knows your error log. That's a problem. I don't want that getting out. So I want you to get that policy in place, and then work to identify an AI champion within your company. This doesn't have to be the IT expert. I encourage you to pick an engineer. I encourage you to pick somebody young who's interested in this field, who's played around with it a little bit, and can help be the interpreter. My role has become an AI integrator. I work a lot with a local data center and some nonprofits, and they keep talking about connecting connecting manufacturers and data centers. And my question is why? They don't speak the same language. You need somebody in between who is the interpreter between the two that says, okay, manufacturer, here's the use cases and why we're going to be able to use that data center. And so we've become AI integrators in that role. You're going to look for that champion in your company. You can identify a process that says this might be one that works for you. Once you have that, you get off the personal platforms, you supply secure AI tools to your team. Those are business level security tools. So we provide something called, ours is based on something called HATZ, H-A-T-Z, and we provide access to every model, because I don't know which model is going to win. And on that, none of them can learn. Learning is turned off. That is the goal there. I do not want them to learn our data, but I want to be able to use their tool set. Once you have that, now you can start walking. You can build those repeatable workflows. You can say, okay, here's a process, and pick the simple ones. We don't have to start. The first question I get with every shop is, when can we hook it up to our ERP system and start doing stuff? It's like, what do you want to do? We need to understand that better before we just start making those connections happen. So we look for very simple processes. A great example is I work for a submarine component builder. Where I'm from in central PA, we are the largest supplier of components to the submarine complex. And they get material in, and they're so far behind that it takes 3 months to ever look at that material. So they don't know if it's good or not for 3 months. And that's a huge issue, because 3 months later, if you say this material is no good, we've got a problem. So we built them an AI tool that every certificate that comes in, it just validates it. It says, yep, it meets all the chemical physical properties that you expected it to meet in an instant. I'm not wasting an engineer's 15 minutes with that, because they don't have the time to do it. And so we can identify that situation. So once we have those in, we start building out these little processes that are validated, that are working for them, then we can run. And that's when we start layering it in. We start connecting it to our ERP system, your CRMs, and seeing where else it can add value. Be careful with the chatbot. We want an AI coworker. The standard chatbots that exist today know everything that's on the internet. That doesn't give you the consistent knowledge base. That doesn't give you the security that you need. So look for secure AI. So enterprise grade, look for SOC 2, look for those kind of things in the tool that you're buying, so we can make sure that we've got the security we need. Make sure your IT company is happy, your IT provider is happy with it, because they will very quickly shut you down. So first people to the table, you got to say, here's what we're thinking about, bring IT into that conversation, or they're going to push back on you. The next is make it auditable and human approval. So auditable, I want to know what people put in there in case we ever have an issue. I use it for quoting right now, but everything it generates, I make sure to save along with the quote. So I know how we got there. I know what we prompted it to get there. So if there's ever a problem, I can go back and understand, how do we fix our tool? We can have role-based. So we're looking at, can the right people see the right data? If you make it all available to everybody, we've got a problem. And I'm very careful with no black boxes. When you ask AI questions, it needs to come with its reasoning. When I do a quote, when I have it develop pricing for things, I want to see the math it did to get to that answer. I want to see the source that it used. So ask for those sources. It will give you the answers or ask for a confidence interval. You can say, hey, give me on a scale of 0 to 100, how confident are you in this answer? And if it comes back at 60%, as an engineer, I'm not taking that answer. If it comes back at 90%, maybe I'm heading in that direction. So starting using that and providing the context. We really focus on building this for regulated environments, and I encourage you to do that, but that needs to be considered on day one. So if you have that, if your accounting team wants to use it, you have to consider where is that data going. If HR is using it, we have to understand where that data is going and making sure we're in a secure environment. Be careful that not everything needs AI. As the AI guy, I kind of get asked a lot, hey, here's the problem we want to solve, and sometimes the answer is, yeah, that's a great fit. Sometimes it's not a great fit. 6 months ago, there were a lot less great fits. I would say the capabilities are so much better now than they were 6 months ago. I think we're getting there, but there are great opportunities to use it, but make sure that you're solving the right problems. We don't have to try to solve every problem with AI. That doesn't have to be the answer. Please don't run to it every 2 seconds. So where it could look like in your business, and these aren't hypothetical, these are things that we're actually delivering right now. Sales guys, I do contract review for companies all the time. So we use AI as our contract review tool. We put in our guidelines. These are the things that are important to us. Let it do your risk analysis for you. Let it understand. Give it history. Let it pick through that. I'm doing this for builders right now, and it's been really promising. So on that note, I would say I get to take credit, I believe, as being the first person to sell AI to the Amish. And this is a good example of the Amish aren't great at entering purchase orders into their ERP system. So they take about 15 minutes a pop to take that purchase order from the email that they got, validate it, and push it into their system. Well, that guy is way better at building furniture than he is at doing data entry. So we use AI to answer that question. And so that was the first Amish company, and I just got a second, and we're doing contract review for them. Actually, we're doing permitting for them. So we've trained permitting agents on to be experts on permits in the areas that they build, and so they don't have to call the permitting office and say this is okay. They can ask the chat tool on is that okay or not. So in engineering, and I'll have a quick demo of it for you, where we're taking drawings and we're able to now extract dimensions. Let the AI tool understand your systems, understand can I build this, and start doing data analysis on that. So if you're doing a lot of quotes, you're able to help really speed those up, validate things before they come in. I work with a lot of job shops. We can stop jobs before we get 10 minutes into looking at that thing. We can say, oh no, that's got a 1 millionth tolerance on it. We can't hit that. No way. It's out. Like we're not even going to look at it. So using it as a gatekeeper, but then using the human as the next piece is a really strong place. The one I'm really focused on right now is with people and knowledge. Using it for HR, using it for recruiting tools, but capturing your tribal knowledge. And this is where you have a huge opportunity for AI to be that bridge. And we'll dive into that here in a little bit. It's what a structured system happens. So we're looking, this is sort of what that process looks like. And think about it as an engineer, I'm always looking at, okay, what starts the process? What are my inputs and outputs? And how do I validate it at the end? And so this is a sample system that we're doing it right now for a company. And as they have an error in their system, it sends up a flag. The AI tool automatically opens a nonconformity. And it takes the picture and the data that guy said, here's what I did, or here's the problem. And the AI tool actually then will draft their corrective action for them. It doesn't have to be right. It has to send them in a direction. So think about, this is where, and if any shops out here are ISO 9001 or have those body certifications, you have to do things like corrective actions, and your customers expect them to be very good, to be well written, to get to a root cause. We'll use AI as a partner to help guide you to a strong root cause. Not going to give you every answer, but it can start making you think in a different way. Let it walk you through the 5 whys. We heard a lot about Deming this morning. Well, when you look at that quality culture, you're trying to solve these issues so they don't happen again. And so let AI help monitor, help work you through that. We did this for a client that was having a large issue. We were able to supplement, and they were having an issue with their end mills breaking. And we were able to do enough research on their piece of equipment, which was a Haas BF4, I think, and the coolant they were using, and identify that it was actually a coolant issue. And the AI tool helped identify that and find other coolant that we could replace it with to solve that issue. So then using that AI tool as the hey, it's going to make the corrective action. The human does that approval or updates it to what they want it to be, and then we've got the updated records at the end. So I'm going to talk you through a tool that I just ran and built this for somebody. This is a drawing that has 3 different views on it. So this is step 1 of the drawing. And my goal here is, as I say, a job shop, is to be able to take this print in, ingest it, review it as an expert would review it. You can see it kind of starts to get a little complicated here. And then let the AI tool analyze it and get the results out. So for this particular one, we're going to enter the customer name, a quantity. So this tool might have taken 20 seconds to run, and I upload that print. So from there, you can see I'm using Gemini 3 here in this instance, and I'm giving it some context. So I'm actually building my quote with this. I say, hey, my material for that part is 28 bucks. For every process I'm going to walk through, here's what it takes me to make this. I got 2 minutes install. I've got CNC machining is 6 minutes. I've got some plasma cut time on it, some paint, and all those little things that could cost. And now we're going to generate not only our quote with this and our dollars and help understand how much this is going to cost us to make, but we're also going to do a review on it and make sure we can make it and make sure our process planning is right. So it walks through that. It says, okay, based on this, here's all your processes, here's the time you've got. And then we start diving into, okay, here's what it's going to cost. So it breaks down my cost. I'm able to upload and teach it. It's not going to the web for this. I've given it the knowledge base to know where those prices come from. So now it's come up with my manufacturing costs. Then I let it do a manufacturing analysis on this. So be a manufacturing engineer. You know our equipment. You know what we have that we can build off of. And you know what the part looks like. Let's validate that, which is actually pretty funny because I picked the wrong processes for this part as I went through and did it, and it caught that. It told me, this looks a little weird how you're planning on making that. Okay, but here's just a heads up. So it's giving me that flag that things look weird. And then the thing I really am happy about is, as a quality, I tend to spend a lot of time in the quality field. It pulls every dimension off of that print and creates my first article table. So it's ingested the print and cleaned it up and put it into a table, and even suggested the tools that I should use to validate that measurement. So I really think that those kind of tools, now when I quote this job, I've got this data as my backup to start with the quote that we can then take into your system. This is where we want to head with these tools. As we look at your retiring workforce, they have this experience, and hopefully the new folks that you're bringing in, you need to ask them what AI experience they have. Because as I bring folks in, as I hire new engineers, that's the thing I want them to be able to be fluent in. They need to know AI. And they can be the bridge. That's what I'm shooting for. I want them to be that next step that pulls this data out of the previous generation, creates our in-house knowledge bank before it retires, and now we have AI tools that we can actually do this with, right? We can chat with it, we can ask it questions. We can ask, Bob, the toolmaker who's been here for 50 years, well, we've taken his information and we've turned it into a knowledge base that the rest of the company has access to. This is something we're really focused on. I can tell you that generation doesn't love the idea of asking them a bunch of interview questions or maybe saying, okay, make sure you write up your work instructions on all of that every day. It's not going to happen. There's absolutely no way. So instead, we focused on really voice with that generation, trying to get the information out, and we've supplemented that with dollars. So as they put more information in, we want to pay them for that. We want to pay them for their knowledge. So give them the credit for putting info into your knowledge bank and start tracking and say, okay, you know what? Bob the toolmaker put an hour of really good info into that, and we're going to reward him for that because it's going to help our company long term. This is going to help accelerate your new hires, which is really the critical part. We can get new hires up to speed, and they don't have to run and ask him every time. They can instead ask the chatbot because we've trained it and it knows. That's where we're going. And that chatbot should not only have Bob's knowledge, it should have the knowledge from the whole shop, your quality system. Every machine manual that you've got should be in your knowledge base and accessible through that chat feature where we can ask it those questions. I just did a project for a potato chip manufacturer. I did it too quickly, so I wasn't able to charge for it, which was frustrating, but happens with AI sometimes. And they have some night shift guys that only speak Haitian Creole. And they have manuals for all their machines, so I said, well, just give them to me. And so I responded with, here's your error codes in Haitian Creole. I ran it through ChatGPT. I validated against Gemini. It looked like we got them. And they said, thanks, we'll see you later. So I really should have probably quoted that job before I just did it for them. But you can see it as that's an opportunity that's coming. I can tell you my glasses are on the way. I don't have them on right now. But my glasses are coming that will have the AI built into them that can have that conversation. I would have this whole speech written out on my glasses and telling me exactly what I should say. But it also listens to the conversation and answers questions. Imagine having that on the shop floor where somebody can ask that question and get the answer right in their eye. They're not going to a binder. We just talked to a guy. I was at a trade show last week, and he wasn't kind of getting what I was explaining to him. And I said, look, what if you could just ask a question? You didn't have to dig through your files. You didn't have to dig through your SharePoint to find that answer. He said, oh my gosh, I spent a half hour looking for a file last week on how much ingredient I was supposed to put in, and if I just could have asked. That half hour is invaluable to you guys when it's across the business all the time. So this, we believe, is the first thing that most companies should focus on, is getting started capturing this knowledge before it goes away. We see most of our customers, they're going to have half of their staff retire in the next 10 years. That's terrifying. So we got to capture this now before they go. And that's voice and photo. So a 90-day plan for you. Number one, build that foundation. Start very small. Build out your AI policy. And look for that secure tool that you can provide to the whole team. Look for something simple, one of those painful things that you guys have to do every day that we can address and kill and get a quick win. That's what we're shooting for. And appoint that AI champion. We like to start with maybe a session with a bunch of folks, and the session earlier, talked about that kind of no bad ideas session. Just start throwing out things you think we could do with AI, and let's start seeing what we could solve. But you have to start showing people, hey, here's some things we can do. After you get that out, you've got that first month down, we're starting to feel it. Now we can start develop a tool and push it out to your team and make sure that humans are still in that loop. You have to get your people comfortable that humans are going to be in the loop the whole time, or they will revolt against it. You have to keep them comfortable that they're involved in the decisions. You're looking to make their job easier so they can do the things they're good at. I see too many manufacturers look at, man, where am I going to start on the shop floor with AI? I'm like, the low-hanging fruit is not your shop floor. Most guys are really good at making stuff. They are not good at paperwork. And that's what AI is really good at right today. So let's start doing the low-hanging fruit and get some good quick wins for everybody so they see that before we head out there, before we start putting sensors in place and looking at those pieces. Let's start in the office where we're wasting a lot of time and a lot of money. Gather that feedback and refine your dream list. Keep it up to date and just keep building out. I encourage you to look for in-house resources, but there's also people out there building these tools. Don't feel like you have to be an expert on every tool. Just understand how to identify something that looks like, you know what, that could be something we could solve with AI. You might not know how to do it yet. But I just walked a guy through this last week, and he said, can you show me? He said, I'll pay you to build a tool, but I just want to watch how you do it, and then I'll know how to do it. Absolutely. So if you're working with a team, a consulting firm, make sure they're providing that training to you so you can build it yourself. This is the first platform that you do not have to have sort of that degree to do it. You're not, when you buy a sort of an AI platform right now, you're not buying it to solve one problem, which is a really hard way to sell something. When I say, somebody says, well, what problem does it solve? It's like, I don't know, lots of them? Like tons. So it's hard to put a value on that. So we often have to start with one win that says, okay, we've already saved this much with that project. Now let's look at the next one. After that, then we start heading for those sort of action items. So enable those automated actions from AI. Start getting, I do a lot for folks that want weekly reports. Your purchasing guys in the room. So we're analyzing sort of the market. They have market trends that they watch. Instead of reading all those documents every week, let AI put that together and give you a weekly, hey, this type of plastic or this type of vinyl is getting expensive this week. Maybe we should go buy. And start watching the market for those kind of things, where that could be an automated task that hits you every week. So as you do this, you need platforms, you need tools, and you need training. Your teams need training on it. They need to get comfortable in it. So this is where you get real AI adoption, is that hands-on learning. When I generally do this as like a 2-hour class, and then I get everybody in AI tools and just playing with them. That's when you start to learn the power of them. So I encourage you to download ChatGPT, and don't put anything in it unless But download those tools and start messing with them, and you'll start understanding where you can use it at work. Understand that those no-code work, you don't have to be a coding expert anymore. And we did our kids a disservice the last 5 years, probably 5 years ago, when the question was, John and I were talking about this yesterday, when we were saying everybody needed to learn how to code. Not anymore. I can tell you, I'm building out full website platforms with very limited coding. It builds the whole front end, builds everything, does all the coding, and the AI tools can do that. And then the coding side is really going in and making adjustments and cleaning it up. So that saves us so much time. So every company will end up with their own sort of AI toolkit, and every company is going to be a little different. So think about that, and I'd like to go over the toolkit that I'm using today. This changes week by week because I'll probably fire one AI tool and hire another one, because I just like to test them all out. So I always like to go over that and just give you suggestions on AI tools that you should be messing with today. My first one, and this has been a huge time saver for me, is Gamma AI. And I don't make PowerPoints anymore because that is a horrible use of my time. I tell AI to make my PowerPoint and it's done. I didn't touch this one. I literally wrote it out and then say, go turn that into a beautiful PowerPoint. I wrote the content, but it does this piece. For our marketing people out there, I love to use Sora 2. If you ever want to have some fun, you can put your picture on any video. I didn't put one in. I should have with myself. I like to make very funny videos of myself where I am doing something ridiculous. I have friends call me and tell me, why are you posting those videos? You're a terrible actor. And I get to say, well, it's not me, that is all AI. And so please feel free to jump in and start using that. And then for the marketing side, we're recording this right now. I would take this video, and I'm going to use software called Opus, and it will take every clip that we did, it will break it down into little clips for me, and then I can use those for marketing later. And it ranks them and says which one's good. I don't know about everybody else in the room, but I probably have 2,000 emails I haven't read, and so I use a platform called Fixer that actually just does a triage on your emails. So it writes a response to every email that comes in. It knows my calendar. So if somebody says, hey, can we get this on the calendar? And it says, nope, the date you said I can't do, but here's some other dates, and so it helps propose those. Saves me a ton of time. We use our Hats AI tool for that secure platform, so we don't go to chat. We don't go to Gemini to do things. We go within our secure platform, and my whole team has access to it. If you get time to play with Nana Banana, that is Google's, it's a weird name, but that is Google's image generator, and for folks doing any marketing or image generation, it is huge. I just sold some time to a builder where he can take the idea that his client just told him and enter it with a photo of the house into Nana Banana and turn it around and say, is this what you're thinking? And they can tune it. A couple months ago when you were messing with AI images, I don't know if you mess with them, and you get a lot of, okay, now we've got 4 hands on this person, and if you try to make an adjustment to the picture, it kind of goes crazy. This one, you can make little tweaks, and it actually works from one image to the next, and it's very good. And lastly, and this one is sort of my newest excitement, is software called Lovable. And that is literally where if you have software you want to make, you tell Lovable what you want, and it will help you build it. And it will help you build the back end. It'll build the database for you. It'll add in AI tools. It'll add in all of those pieces. So if you have software on the brain, that boy, if we had this software custom for us, think about that. That's AI today, where I don't need to pay a programmer $40,000, $50,000 to build the software. I can just build it, and we can deploy it to our own team. This is a now decision for your company. You have to do it today. You need to get started, or you're going to be behind. When I look at this is the gap that's happening. So the top line is AI companies are starting to take it and run with it. The problem is the wins stack. So once you get good at this, you're able to use it across other parts of the business really quickly, and it just takes off within the business. We see clients, so most AI tools are kind of sold on credits or usage, and that's really how much power or energy it took to answer that question that you asked. And so we generally sell somewhere around 100,000 credits a month to a company, and I see usage start, at that 5,000, 10,000, and then boom, in month 6, they're using 100,000 really quickly, because all of a sudden they've seen that value, and that it's really cool to see. Oh, they got it. I can really catch on with that.
So
Takeaways today. It's already in your building. You need to address it now, or you're gonna be behind, and you risk losing your data. The structure is the key. You have to build the structure into the team, and you have to validate those workflows before you push them to anybody. So if you build out new AI tools, we have to make sure they're working the way we want them to work. So we have to run it through, test it 100 times and make sure the results you're getting are what you expected to get before you release that to your team. You're going to start in that crawl phase, so it's policy first, and it's championing it next, getting it out to your team. And then that knowledge is just going to compound. So think about 5 years from now, if you started this today, what does your knowledge base look like 5 years from now? That's gold. That is how you operate. That has everything in it that you've built over these last couple years, and now your team has access to it across the entire industry. Imagine that plant to plant, where we've got full data sets, where something happens to a machine, other guys know about it. That's huge for folks. So, look, let's build this AI future together. The guys who are going to lead for that next decade, they're not the ones with the best tech. They're the ones who deploy this the right way. I can tell you, it's helping folks like you guys. People think this is a Silicon Valley thing. I don't see it as that. I see it as trades folks, as manufacturers, giving them a superpower. They can now do what Silicon Valley's been doing for a lot of time without the hassle, without the programmers, without the expense. So you've got great horsepower to be able to do this, and if you can govern it and be intentional about it and scale, you've got great opportunities. So I'm happy to answer any questions on the AI side. Absolutely. Ledge Inc. I wish. No, my lawyer would not did not like any of my names. He couldn't. There was somebody already named that in Pennsylvania, and Ledge is my street name. So, yeah.
Talk a little bit about security now. Just download, just I read that information you're putting out there just going out of the web.
Yeah, absolutely. So when I focus on it, the tools that we're using are all in a non-learning mode. And if you have the business version of ChatGPT, you can put it into that. So I encourage you to do that, or work with somebody who has the right tools, who can give you that security that you can use them in that non-learning mode. You need to be in your own tenant, so that's your own little, say, enclave or own world that your company lives in. And if you have data in there, it lives there. That can be on a data center. I would encourage you to stay domestic as much as possible on the security side. So that's the question you should be asking to your vendor on where does this data live. We work with a lot of defense contractors. I still don't encourage them. There's no AI tool I feel comfortable putting like an ITAR defense print into. Zero. That doesn't mean I use our tools. I use it for our financials all the time. Yeah, and you have to be careful. I mean, there's certainly, there's HIPAA regulations and things like that, and you certainly can't be sharing your people's information and things like that. So you need to get in front of it, or your people don't know, or they do know, but the tool in their pocket is so easy to use that they're just going to go use it. This is the first time in history that most people have a tool more powerful than what their company gave to them. And so that's a problem, because they're going to go use that, right? Like, you just gave them, you gave them a pencil and paper, but they've got a calculator over here. Which one do you think they're going to use? So we got to make sure we give them the right tools. Yes?
So on the, say you use Fixer, right, for
Yep.
So when you enter the data, are they looking for signatures that the AI created this response, or are you putting your data?
Oh, great question. So Fixer does not it puts everything in a draft. So I have to review it before I send it. And just like anything I've said here, human in the loop. I would not trust it to just send emails out. No question there. And there's very little I would get down that road. Yes.
So talking about the emails being sent by AI, earlier we talked about dodgy AI emails or LinkedIn posts.
Yeah.
So would you just feed the program with tons of your old emails so it could understand the way you would write an email?
Yeah, when you, like for Fixer, it actually goes through your old emails and gets your voice. Yep. Yeah, good question. Honestly, I use it. I have an agent that I run that does a weekly review of my emails and says, hey, did you maybe I missed something this week. And it just goes back 30 days and says, hey, you never responded to this thing. You need to do something about it. Like, that is worth gold to me. Like, I can't, about, I missed that thing and I didn't remember it. That's a problem. So, yeah.
So could you potentially have one agent writing those emails for you, and then you have another agent reviewing those emails and like comparing them?
Yeah,
Comparing
absolutely.
them and say that sounds 90% like Adam. Let's shoot it out.
Yeah, like I said, I still try not to shoot it out though. Yeah, actually, a lot of our tools do stack. So you'll see us using two different models. So the first one to get a result, and the second one to validate it, to say, do you agree, before we give an answer. So that's a really strong way to start using multiple models. But that's where multiple models are important. I see too many people get hooked into ChatGPT, and like that is their like pathway to AI. And I've been comparing it to ChatGPT could be the America Online of the internet age. Maybe it might be gone in what old people use. I don't know, but we need to. You need to use other tools because Chat is good at some things. Gemini is really good at some things. Claude is an amazing writer. So you start to use different tools and it just takes time and heat to understand which tool to use and which. We get asked a lot, well, which one should I use for this? And it's like, well, you kind of have to test and try them out to understand where it's applicable. All right, any other questions? I really appreciate your time today, and by all means, happy to reach out, and I will happily supply the PowerPoint and a sample AI policy for anybody in the room, so she can send that out as well. So thank you very much, folks.
Thank you, Adam. All right, we're getting to a popular portion of the day, lunch. So for the next hour, we'll be breaking for lunch. Again, allow some time to spend some time with our vendors here and the major awards. So gonna keep promoting that. When we come back, we have one more speaker today, a very popular speaker, Michael Collins, who will speak about the current economy and the future of the building products and fenestration business. So he always brings some really good information. Before I let you go, I just want to give some information about this afternoon's activities, particularly the cigar factory tour. That one is the kind of least time that you have between our last speaker and getting together for that. So I would encourage you during the lunch hour, if you want to change, get your smoking jackets on, do whatever you need to do so that you can meet. That team leader will be Gary Hartman for that tour. So if you have any questions about that, ask Gary or Jessica. But that is the most kind of time crucial. They'll be meeting in at 2:15 in the lobby bar area. So the others will be the dolphin tour. I'll be leading that group. I know a lot about dolphins and whales, so I'll have jokes available for that. We'll be meeting at 2:45 at the lobby bar. And then the World War II ship tour, they will also be meeting at 2:30, and Mike Portick will be running that group. So again, the cigar factory tour, if you need to prep or anything, get changed, I would encourage you to do so over the lunch break. That's it for now. Enjoy your lunch. Look forward to our next speaker, Michael Collins, and then this afternoon's